first for accepting me to speak to Ficky Flow, and you, Anu, for doing the needful.
Thank you.
And of course, Geeta, for actually thinking of me and talking to you about me. And it's obviously created a lovely association with you because you've attended my workshop on inner child meditation, and I'm sure as you said, there's a reason why we meet people in our life. And hello to everyone here. I can see Rajika, Alka. Oh, Geeta, hi.
Hi, Shama. I said hi to you, but I think you were.
Chitra, Ritu, Beena, and Anju, and Sharmila. Hi, everyone, and anyone I've missed.
They'll join in probably.
They'll join in. Don't worry. Geeta, what are you eating?
Nuts.
Some nuts for the nut.
Yes, exactly. to keep the nutty factor going.
Yes, we need to do that.
Shama, you're muted.
How do I get muted? I don't understand. It's crazy.
How it happened anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me.
Because I saw you talking, so I said, I can't hear you.
Okay, maybe because I was scrolling.
Yeah, maybe.
Say hello to everyone. So
yeah.
Guys, also mute yourself because, well, obviously.
Yes.
So let me mute myself also. So welcome, Shama. And so I just want to know, since how long have you been doing your spiritual work? Like since
if you say how long, I'd say probably ever since I could talk.
Okay.
But without realizing it. Professionally, I've been working since 2003. So that's about 17 years. And my family often tell me that I used to predict and, say this will happen, or say you're going to have a boy or a girl, when they were pregnant.
Okay.
And I was, someone who had very prophetic dreams.
Okay.
I had, very, very strong dreams. Like, I dreamt once that I was falling off this huge skyscraper in Mumbai called Usha Kiran, which was designed by my father. He was the architect.
Right.
And I dreamt I was falling off from the terrace, and it's like, I think there are about 27, 28 floors, or I don't know how many floors. And it's on a hill, built on a hill. So it was the first skyscraper of Mumbai, of India, in fact. And I fell off and I woke up. You know how when you have those nightmares of falling and you wake up in a sweat? So I woke up in a real sweat, but it had disturbed me. And I just spoke to my aunt about it. I always used to tell her my dreams. And in the evening in the newspapers, there was an article about a girl committing suicide off the terrace of Usha Kiran. So I've had other dreams. I don't want to bore you all with those dreams. Let's get on.
So how did you know you were a medium?
To be honest, I didn't know. I didn't know at all till 2001, when I met this girl who I was in the UK at that time. I spent 10 years there. And there's this girl who my sister kept telling me, you must meet her, you must meet her. She's her cousin's daughter. Sorry, her husband's cousin's daughter. But I never got to meet her till 2001. That was 2 years after I, landed in England. And the day I met her was the day my life changed, because she did a reading for me. She's a medium.
Right.
And she believes in angels. Now, I've always believed in angels. But it was a belief. It wasn't like something that I had gone into deeply. So she did a reading for me with her angel cards, and she did a mediumship reading, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And So my journey started. I bought a deck of cards just to fool around with. I don't do tarot because tarot doesn't agree with me. It's never been something that I've connected to. So I used to do readings for my friends, and then they used to come back and say, Shama, you know, what you said was right, and this is what happened. And also, slowly, I started doing readings. So in this shop, there was a holistic shop in the village I lived. So I used to go there and do readings. Then I used to
You're
come to
muted.
Mumbai.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
did you say something? Anu, you're frozen.
No. I'm frozen. No, your voice broke in the middle, so that is why.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, I used to come to Mumbai very often, and people started knowing about me. My brother used to talk about me to his friends, and so basically people used to come for reading. But at that time, I still didn't know I was a medium, although what I was doing was mediumship without realizing it. Then I was doing a reading for someone, and suddenly I saw images in my mind. You know, I saw this man sitting behind a desk, and I saw lots of huge books in the background. And, you know, I just told her, I said, does that mean anything to you? Not really realizing it. And she said, yes, that sounds like my grandfather. He was a lawyer. Oh, he was a judge. Sorry, he
Oh,
was a judge. So that's when my actual mediumship with spirit started. Having said that, it's always been there, but I wasn't aware of it. And I was told by someone at a spiritual fair also. She asked me, why are you sitting there and not where I am? And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, you should be doing what I'm doing. So I said, I don't want to do any of that sort. I'm too scared of ghosts. I don't want to get involved. And I really am scared. I don't watch all these bhutka stories and kanis and videos. I get very scared. You all must be laughing at that considering I work with spirit. So she told me, she said, all you have to do is speak with your gatekeeper, tell him that you only want through love and light, and you will never ever get anyone below that line. So you're safe. I said, I don't want to see spirit because when you see spirit, as in with your eyes, naked eyes, you can see them everywhere. So I said, I don't even want that. And in my life, has I think I've probably seen spirit twice, and that too by
okay.
mistake. You know, so I do see spirit, but in my mind's eye. That's why I'm a clairvoyant.
So has any spirit contacted you to tell you to go meet someone or some family because if you're a medium?
Well, of recent times, I have definitely sensed Sushant Singh around me, but I haven't got involved because it's too, it's too dicey. And
Yeah.
my brother's a celebrity in Bollywood, so I can't possibly get involved or open my mouth because it can, boomerang on him.
Right.
So yeah, I haven't. Um, has spirit? Um, perhaps.
No, like
Yeah, yeah.
Gia, mother said that she was crying. Like some medium told her that your daughter is very unhappy and she's been crying. Like since we've come to.
No, I do get a lot of people who come to me who have lost their family, like through murder or things like that. They do come to me, and I give them clarity.
Okay.
But I don't. I basically have made this pact with my spirit family that I will not do anything except when I have to. Otherwise, you can get troubled all the time. Like they keep talking to you and stuff like that. So because I have a lot other things that I do as well. So
So
yeah.
Shama,
a lot.
Shama, you said that you met two spirits by mistake. What do you mean by mistake? How did
By
that happen?
mistake, as in, maybe my gatekeeper just allowed me to see them. One was a brother and sister pair at Zaveri Bazaar, I remember, because they were there 1 minute and they were gone the next. And just recently, I saw like a vision just pass by me in the house. But that's the only two times. But as a child, I used to get very scared to remain in a room alone. I used to feel there are people around me, and I used to charge into any room which had other people. So yeah. Otherwise, it's always been through connections. Like suppose you call me up and you tell me you want a reading with someone in your family or whoever's passed away. I don't call spirit because I myself believe that that disturbs them. But if spirit comes to me naturally, organically to talk to the person who wants to communicate with them, I'm happy to do that. Now you might wonder, how do I know that he or she is ready to communicate? I get initials, I get names sometimes, I get situations, sometimes I'll get how they died. So there are always connections made, and only once those are affirmed, then I do the reading. Otherwise, I don't call spirit.
But suppose they refuse to leave, like they just want to, like they say, no, we don't want to go. Let us
No.
be here.
So
Does that
I work
happen?
with I work with Archangel Michael. He's the protector.
Okay.
So he comes in
Okay.
into my reading and he takes spirit away. There have been times when I feel they want to talk more, but then there's nothing more to say. So then he takes them away. So far, touch wood, I've never had a problem. And
No,
I won't either.
Just for fun, we all used to do this, calling the spirit with the coin and all that. Are we disturbing them in any way? Should we not do it?
Um, See, I believe that you shouldn't call spirit. Calling as in spirit passing by. I mean, I've done it myself. So it's, sorry, there's a mosquito here. I've done it myself. So, I know what you mean.
Hmm.
But the problem with that is if you are calling spirit, then you must make sure that you call spirit through love and light. Because sometimes what happens is you can invite a spirit which is on the earth, a bhatakta hua atma, as they say, and then they can create havoc
Hmm.
for you.
Yeah.
Because they need your energy to be able to survive on the earth. Because they have not had justice or whatever the reason is.
True.
So I
Yes,
would
that's what I
say,
read somewhere. And he just came. Shama, where's Shama?
I'm here
Shama, you're muted, I think.
again.
Yeah. So,
No, I'm not
no, now
muted.
you're
Oh,
fine.
she isn't. She isn't. I know you froze and you were muted for a bit.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, now you're okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Alright. Yeah. What were you saying, Anu?
Yeah, I read somewhere that there was this spirit and he just came in because he was just a dead person and unhappy dead person, and he just came. Like that's what I read. I think I
It
read
happens.
this is Ipsita Chakravarti. So she was
Okay.
saying that he just came.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to be very careful. If any of y'all call spirit, but make sure you ask them to come through love and light, and ask Archangel Michael to be present there if y'all believe in angels. And only then do what you have to do. Because I know there's a real buzz when you call spirit. I know you've frozen or I've frozen. Who's frozen?
Anu's frozen.
Okay.
You are fine.
Thank God you're there to tell me that. Yeah. So I mean, I remember I've called spirit twice in my life with on a stool, on a three-legged
So,
stool.
so you why?
Can't hear you, Anu.
Anu, you keep coming and going.
Okay. So you are a grief and bereavement counselor. What does that mean?
Everyone who's a counselor is a counselor, to help people in different ways through their journeys in life and problems that they have and all. Grief and bereavement is specifically to do with grief, which is connected to the loss of a loved one. Or grief like, when you lose someone, maybe in an earthquake, or a building collapses, or they are murdered, that kind of thing. So it's for, sorry, there's a mosquito which looks like an Anopheles mosquito, who I want to kill. Yeah, as long as it doesn't bite me, it's okay. Yeah. So That's the difference. And I was trained in it in the UK.
Okay.
There's a very specialized training which is given by CRUSE, which is CRUSE, and it's given to specific people only. They don't just randomly take people. And I was very lucky. I was given it free because at that time uh, I just separated from my husband and I couldn't afford 350 pounds. For I think it's a 15-week course or something. So I just told them, I said, I can't afford it. So he said, never mind, there's always one person we do a free training for, and that will be you. So I was very lucky. So I don't believe there is anyone in India who has done that kind of training, you know. I think I'm the only cruise grief and bereavement counselor in India. Having said that, I haven't really ever advertised it or made the most of it. I don't advertise my mediumship either.
Okay.
I don't believe in that. I just believe that someone who really needs me will reach out to me because they'll hear about me. So you'll never ever see me advertising my readings or something that just goes against the grain for me.
Do give us some real life, I mean, like some instances without any names, like how you, like some medium experiences.
Now you put me on the spot. I know you had said that.
If you want to, that is.
No, I don't mind, but just let me. I should have worked on this. No, I've done so many readings.
No, something which would interest all of us, like, who.
I've gone blank.
Okay, never mind. You talk
Shama,
about your.
Shama, you can talk about the reading either with us that you did or with our dear friend in Canada.
With Rush?
Yeah.
No, but there's nothing specific. Yeah, actually, that was.
Yeah, that was specific.
Wasn't it her husband?
No,
Who-
even Rush's regarding her mother.
There was some murder somewhere or something, no?
She always thought she committed suicide, which was not. That was
I
the
don't-
reading you did for
You know,
her.
the reason I can't talk about it is because I don't
You forget.
remember.
Yes.
As soon as I finish a reading, it's over.
You tell
know
us
that-
if you remember. You tell us about it.
Let Geeta tell you because I really don't remember. I just don't remember.
So this friend of ours, she always, her mother was a depression patient, and she always believed that she committed suicide. And she had this anger in herself regarding her mother, that why did she commit suicide, She could not forgive her mother for that. And so she had gone to Shama for a reading, and finally she discovered that her mother did not commit suicide. She had gone in her depressive mode, she had gone on a tank of water, but accidentally she had slipped from there.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
her-
you're right,
Yeah.
Geeta. I really don't remember.
And her husband, who lost his father in a war, he was in the army in the India-China war. They never found him, like they never got his body or anything. So he always lived in the hope that someday he'll come back. At least his mother died of that hope that he will come back. So he got a closure, no, he was dead in that war. He died in that war.
Okay.
Thank God you're there, Geeta. Oh God, I did a reading for you also, no? Was it for your husband?
My husband.
Yeah. I don't remember. I'm so sorry, girls.
No, that's
I
okay.
really don't remember my readings because I do so many readings that if I remember all of them, it just won't work.
Do you feel burdened by the sorrow of people, like people who are obviously who come to you have a lot of pain in them and problems? So when they leave, do you feel No, because I'm asking you this because they say that pandits also who do shrads and who do the death ceremonies, they have to be very true to their profession, like not ask for more money or less money, because it is a burden that they are carrying. And like they, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but it is,
I know.
yeah. So do you feel burdened by the people's
See,
sorrows and
see, the thing is, once a soul leaves the body, it has no connection with the earth. The
okay.
3D part of the soul is over. So what you see there is just the body, as we all know. But once the soul is free of the body, it doesn't have any connection or will not give any of the trouble that people think that they give. It's just you know, we were talking about that yesterday. You know, it's a traditional thing that has come down the ages, you know, which makes the family feel happy, you know, that okay, we're doing something for a loved one or whatever, you know. But really, once the soul is gone, it's gone. And for the you know, question that do I feel burdened by the sorrow? No, I don't. The moment I start feeling it, I'll stop doing mediumship, because you can't, you know, you can't carry on if you keep taking people's pain, you know, onto yourself. But I also believe that my journey of life has taught me so much. You know, of course, I learn every day that I can take all this on board and let it go. So whatever, as I said, I forget,
That is nice.
you know.
You tell us about your angel healing, this healing you do, angel healing, like after
So
medium.
I remembered one thing which I must share with you all. It's to do with the angels and to do with someone. So there was this young girl. Do we have enough time, Anu? I don't know what the time is.
We have a lot of
Of
time.
course, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this young girl uh, who had cancer, and she had a lot of willpower to fight it. So she kept fighting it. She'd call me up, and I'd say, "Yeah, you know, just you're doing really well. You're going to get better. You're going to get better." And one day she died. Okay. And I asked my angels, I said, why was I telling her that she'll get better? You know, whereas, you know, obviously she wasn't going to. She said, no, you told her she'll get better, and she went right to the edge of her life, believing that she was okay. So when her end came, it was a very nice end. It was a peaceful end, and she was not fighting.
Okay.
You know, so that really kind of, it shook me up when I heard that she'd passed away, because I wasn't expecting it, you
Right.
know. So yeah, so these things happen. Angel healing. Well, as I said, I've always believed in angels right from the very start, and angels exist. Can spirit tell us where it's? What is that? How do I see the message? Just one sec. Huh?
I'll read them out to you.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that,
there are two messages. Where are the messages now? One is, did you predict or feel that pandemic is coming? And the other one is, can spirit tell us where it's taking rebirth?
no. Once spirit decides to take rebirth, it can't tell you where, because that is not something that they will share with anyone. Not everyone takes birth immediately, though there are religions which believe that as soon as or maybe religions or beliefs, I don't know, they believe that once you die, you automatically take birth again, which is not true. Spirit can go on for years without taking rebirth. They may not take rebirth at all. So the people who do take rebirth are ones who have had like a painful end, who have had a lot of karma to complete, have a lot of momaya left. Those are the spirit who, you know, reincarnate very fast. But as a rule, everyone doesn't have to. Has that answered your question, or have I gone into another zone only? Okay, so coming back to the angels, right? You asked.
To ask that, did you predict or feel that pandemic was coming or something similar?
No. not at all. Again, another uh, promise I've had made with my guides is they don't tell me about anything that's going to happen that's bad.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't want to know. I live in this world where everything is perfect and everything is good. I see good even in bad, you know. So I like living. Maybe you call it cuckoo land. I mean, my family thinks me mad because I see good in everything. But it makes me happy to see good in everything. Even if someone's behaving badly, I might get angry. I might want to, like, shout or scream. But then I just calm down. I look at the brighter side of it. Like, okay, if I lose my temper, I'm going to harm myself. So let it go. That kind of thing. So I have always said no. I don't want to know.
Oh,
So
do
as far as I can remember, I don't think I've ever. No, actually, come to think of it, I did once dream that there would be an earthquake, not in India. It's just a very vague memory, but I think I did apprehend an earthquake some time ago. Curious to know about Sushant Singh.
Yeah, but she just said that she knows, but she doesn't want to speak because her brother is a very big man in Bollywood, very
Yeah,
influential,
and if it goes out, I don't want him to get into anything.
controversial.
But I mean, everyone knows he's been murdered. He has been
Oh,
murdered. There's no two ways about it.
okay.
And if you go on YouTube, you will be able to know who the murderers were as well. There are some very, very good channels over there. Like there's this Sagar Bhalla is very good. Then there's a Soti, I don't know what Sardar, I don't know what his name is. He's also very good. Then Ujjwal Trivedi, he's very good. And yeah, what FIFA news or something, they're very good. So if you read them up, you will know exactly what has happened, although it's not come into the public yet. And it's beautiful. He was such a beautiful person. I can't tell you. I'm not a Bollywood buff. I don't follow actors, actresses, nothing like that. But there was something that I saw in Sushant when I saw PK. You know that song he sings with Anushka?
Yes.
I just saw this boy and I
Can't
wanted to hug.
forget him.
I wanted to hug him, and I don't know why I wanted that. There was something just so beautiful about this person. And it wasn't like an attraction on the physical side. It was a very strange attraction. That's the only way I can put it. It was like I felt like a mother to a child, that kind of feeling I got when I saw him. And then I didn't even know who this actor was. I'm that unconnected, disconnected. Then I watched Dhoni, then I knew, okay, there's someone called Sushant Singh Rajput. I watched it a year after it came. Okay. And then again, I didn't pay any attention to any of the office films or anything. Then I watched Chichore. And that's when I came to
Was
know that
great.
he was the same guy who was in PK. I didn't know until that. And I watched Chichore a week before he died, believe it or not. So that is when I knew that all these three films had the same Sushant Singh Rajput in it. And then when he died, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was really disturbed. Very, very disturbed. So disturbed. I think a lot of y'all must have felt the same way.
Yeah, a lot of people
Because
are really disturbed. Yes.
he's affected like the world in this way, because there was something very special about that boy. And a very dear friend of mine, Ashok Kumar's granddaughter, she was considered his mother. He
Okay.
considered her his mother. They met about 3 years ago, and he used to call her ma, ma, ma all the time. And the moment he died, I kept thinking, poor bacha, poor bacha. And I think, what is wrong with you? Why are you thinking bacha, bacha? What is wrong? Why are you so affected? And I could not give it a name. I could not understand why. 2 weeks down the line, Minnie, that's her pet name, she rang me up and she was crying about him. She said, Shama used to call me Ma. I said, oh my God. No wonder I've been feeling so upset, because obviously you're connected to your friends, right? And so it's like been quite a journey. And he did keep me awake a few nights. He did get in touch with me. And so yeah,
One question, Shama. Did he get in touch with you, or did you have to put in that effort to?
no effort at all.
Okay.
I didn't want to,
All right.
because I know he's a disturbed soul. I would never. But he was a disturbed soul, but a very high caliber of soul. Which is why now he's no longer disturbed. Now he knows that everything is in hand. Now whether it all comes out in the public, whether the perpetrators get taken to jail, I don't know. But as far as he is concerned, it's all been, it's all in hand.
Okay.
Because it's very dirty what's happening. There's child trafficking, there's drugs, there's don't ask, it's very, very dirty, very murky. So whatever you're reading is the truth.
Acha.
Somebody asked, can you communicate with the angels and change the course of one's life?
Of course you can.
Okay.
In fact, I do this class called Connecting with Your Angels, through which I take you through different ways of changing your perception of life by invoking the angels into your life, bringing them into your life more, following certain, not rules, but certain guidances which could help you, get better. Any random spirit can be called. I don't, as I said, I don't call spirit. For example, if Anu calls me and says, I want to get in touch with my mother, I mean, just example, please don't, no offense.
Yeah.
I will, sorry, that mosquito is still here. I will ask her, I said, does your mother have the alphabets M-A-R in her name? Does the number 73 mean anything?
Okay.
That kind of thing. What's your mother's name, by the way?
My mother's alive, so it's
What's her name?
Shashi Malhotra.
She's got those alphabets in her surname. Malhotra. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just picked up the vibe from you. That's all. Nothing else.
Okay.
So
I was thinking of
yeah. So that's the way it works. And if I don't connect, then I don't do anything. But it has never been that someone has called me and I haven't connected. So whenever you really need it, that's when you connect.
So somebody's asked, sorry.
So for
Yeah,
us,
Geeta, go ahead.
when we went to meet Shama, it was not for a reading, but it was Nilesh's mom who was wanting to talk to him. And that's how it happened.
Yeah, you all were here also in Mom.
We were just there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay. Yeah,
Anu,
I
what were you
think
saying?
things are meant. No, somebody asked, any random spirit can be called or somebody related
She
to
answered that.
I
you
don't call
answered that, right?
I don't call spirit at all. So if someone calls me and tells me that, can you call my mother, I will say no. I cannot, simply because I don't call spirit. If they get in touch with me through their free will, I'm happy to connect with them. So it's called, sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said it's their free will, which
Right.
they bring into a reading.
I was wanting to know more about your workshop on the angel meditation, calling, and all that.
So basically, it's a workshop with a lot of meditations. There's I do chakra cleansing, then I do protection, then I Shilpa, the workshop can happen anytime, but I need like a quorum of about 8 to 10 people. It makes it much nicer and more energy. Yeah, I do passive regression as well. So, right. What were you saying just now? Sorry, I've lost my thread of thought. You were
No,
saying something?
I just wanted to know more about the
Huh.
class you have.
Yeah, okay. So basically, it helps you walk on the path of light without having any doubts, you know, like living in the moment, allowing your doubts to be surrendered. It gives you a lot of peace, you know, to know that you can actually surrender your burdens to your angels and just live a natural life.
So Shama is on Insta and she puts her Shama Boorani Chaudhary. So she's on Insta, so you can follow her and then you'll get to know about her various workshops. Am I right,
Yeah, and
Shama?
yeah, yeah. I'm actually hoping to do my getting in touch with your inner child meditation maybe this Sunday.
Okay.
So if you all are interested, let me know. And you can share my number with everyone. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
I'll share your number and I've given them your Insta handle also.
Yeah. So you all can let me know. Anu, you're on, right?
I am. So there is also a question. So how the past life regression can be done from Krina again? Yeah.
Um, I would do it over Zoom. Again, doing past life regression in a group is good fun. It's really nice because the energy is good. You create that vortex. And now, though, anyway, with Karuna, no one is going to anyone's homes.
Right.
And I somehow really like working on Zoom. I've felt a very nice energy working on Zoom. So I'm probably just going to work on Zoom from now on. I'm not going to have people come to the house at all. I mean, once it all
So you
settles down.
so you can have a past life regression one to one on Zoom also or a video call
Of
or
course,
something like that.
of course, of course. Everything is possible. I mean, literally, don't you feel like we're all together? I mean, okay, we're all in different parts of, I'm in Mumbai, y'all are in wherever y'all are. So, yeah, but it's like you're still together. Had
Right.
I done this on my laptop, I would have seen all of y'all. But because I'm on my phone, I can't
That's
see everyone. So, yeah.
a lot of
So,
people
yeah,
have display cameras, so
it's a very nice workshop. I also open up your sixth sense in it. So I take you through a
okay.
meditation in which you meet your angels, you meet your spirit family. You know, it's a beautiful meditation and that opens up your third eye.
Okay.
But of course, you need to be open to it.
Right.
If you're resistant, then you can't see.
No, but you feel sometimes that maybe the like Shama would get to know what am I feeling, the kind of trials I've gone through in life, which you don't want to tell people. So maybe that is why people don't do. I mean, people are scared. Is there something like that? Like you can find out what has happened in somebody's life, tragedy or whatever, trials or whatever. So
Just like our issues in life are linked to your childhood, there are some issues that are linked to your past. I'll give you a very interesting example. I used to work on a psychic line in the UK,
right.
and this girl rang me up from Australia. And she was pregnant, really sweet young girl. I did a reading for her. And I did mediumship. Someone came through. And then suddenly, through the mediumship, I went into her past. And I could see her being smothered by a pillow.
Oh,
So I asked her, I said, no, sorry, I saw her smothered in a room. in a locked, very small room where she couldn't breathe. So I asked her that, do you have an issue with claustrophobia? You can't be in closed rooms or closed atmosphere. You start panicking. She says, yeah, I do. And she said once when she was young, she realized then, because when she was young, her brother and she were playing. And he, like, how children, they like throw the pillow on you and sit on you. She said, I thought I was dying. So since then, she was like, like she couldn't handle it. So
Okay.
I told her, I said, I've just seen your past life and you were actually smothered to death.
Right.
That's why she said, that's why I'm so scared. She said, I'm always very scared and claustrophobic. So I said, yeah, that's the reason. So it was lovely the way it opened up for her. And I'm sure now she's going to be, happier knowing why she's like that. Like for myself, I can't bear water on my face. If anyone throws water on my face, I get scared. If I go into a swimming pool and the water splashes, I feel I'm gonna die. I'm certain I must have died in the water sometime because the fear is like very palpable.
Right.
You
But
know, so
even if you know about all this, about your previous life, how all this happened, what, like how you died and all also, how does it still help you right now to overcome those fears then?
because then you become aware where an unfounded fear comes from. Like I did my regression when I separated from my husband, ex-husband. And I did it because I couldn't understand why we had such a strange relationship. Like he was there and he was not there. And, all sorts of things. So when I did my past life regression, I saw that he was very, a person who really ignored me throughout my, for one life with him. Which is why this time when I came back in touch with him, I mean, I died a lonely person married to him.
Okay.
So I realized that I had to separate and divorce him so that this karma was not repeated again.
Right.
So basically, it's to cut cords, it's to cut karma, it's to understand. So, and everyone doesn't really learn everything or anything at all. Some people just go into the regression, enjoy it, and come out.
Yeah. But for some people, maybe it might be traumatic, or I don't know. Would it be traumatic?
If you look at it as a story, then it's not traumatic because you're understanding something. It's not like it's happening to you then. It's happened to you in the past.
Anybody here who's done past life regression among the, I don't know. Has anybody done it here? You have done? No? Okay. So what did you come to know?
So I have done it with Shama only.
Oh yeah, in Dubai, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, I just went with an curiosity experience, what it is like. That was my first time. That time I did not really get any experience. But then when we spoke, when Shama and I spoke, she said it was because I was not looking for anything. I had just come as a curiosity. So my whole thing was I just went into a deep tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, I just saw a light.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, as I said, everyone has different experiences. Everyone has different expectations also. And whenever I do past life regression, I tell everyone just blank out your mind. Do not think about anything. Just go with the flow and see what happens.
Yeah, I have. Can I take a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm Karina. Hi.
Hi.
Actually, it's not like a past life regression, but in 1990, when I was in US, I was attending a summer camp run by an American lady, but turned Hindu, and she named herself Swami Parvati in Stroudsburg. So she was taking us in that meditation mode, and where you just get yourself lost in your past life or somewhere where I had gone in my past life. But
Okay.
in the middle of that, I just woke up. So
Oh,
still it is there. It's still, I mean, after even 30 years, it's still in my mind that I just want to complete that what happened after that. And it was related to, I was there for teaching classical dance to American student kids. And I had my teacher Ilakshi Thakur with me, and she had also had the similar kind of uh, past birth, some remembrance or something, and which was relating to both of us.
oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so I just want to complete it. If I can get a chance and get it done through you,
Sure,
or probably, yeah,
sure, sure, no problem. That'll be lovely. It'll be
yeah,
Group.
nice if you can.
yeah. Thank you. So I'll take the number from Anu and we'll connect with
I'll
you.
put it on the group. And
Sure,
she
Yeah,
also
sure.
yeah.
has a
Thank you. Sorry.
she also has an Insta handle, Shama Boorani Chaudhary. So you can
I
also
think it's
Okay.
only Shama Nurani. There's no
okay,
Chaudhary.
okay, sorry.
Shama Nurani
Okay.
Chaudhary is on Facebook, I think.
Okay, Shama Boorani. So that also you can follow on Insta.
Right. No, not for following.
No,
Of
no,
course,
no.
that is different. But I want to connect her directly for my.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No
Yeah,
problem. No problem.
yeah. Thank you.
Not at all.
Anybody else
Thank
has had an experience, past life regression, which you would like to share with Shama? Anybody else? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Say Alka. To unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Yeah. Shama, good to meet you. And I
Welcome.
also have vivid dreams like you. And once I did a class with someone, so I had a past life experience. So in that, I could see ki, like I'm a warrior and we lost. So that sadness was there. In another past life regression, actually, I had this dream like I'm in a royal family and I'm walking with someone, and my husband suspects that I'm uh, doing something wrong by walking with that person. So, with his eyes, with his look, I just jump into the lake and I drown. And
Wow.
after I had this, after I had this dream, I have started having some sinus problems. So, can you explain that?
Sinus problem. Let me give it a thought. Let me confirm with my guides and let you know.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just take my
So,
number
yeah.
and let me see if there's any connection at all. There
Okay.
may or there may not be. So let's see.
No, I will like to do past life regression with you. So I will get in touch with you anytime you are having it. Amen.
ठीक है. All right.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. Thank you. Madhu says I tried past life regression, but I couldn't read the rest. Thanks for sharing, Alka.
Not why
But
said, but I could not do it. Why so? There she
why?
is.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. As I said, everyone cannot do it simply because it all depends on your mind and your space of mind, and you know what space you're in, whether you were calm enough to do it, whether you were very stressed to do it, you were wanting to do it very much. You know, it depends on everything. And it's a lottery, really. You know, I have not had any experience and no one has seen anything. I have had experiences where people just go into a dark hole and then they come back.
Right.
You know,
So does it
so
take a couple? Because it's possible that in 1 or 2 sessions you may not be able to go into your past life. It takes a couple more sessions.
well, I don't think you need to stress yourself out so much about it. But try
Actually, I
one.
have the same issue as you. I'm like very hydrophobic.
Yeah,
Extremely so. The same.
yeah.
I can't have when I shampoo in a salon. If the water goes into my ears, I'm like panicking.
Stress. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, try it. Maybe this time you will. Were you comfortable with the person who was doing your past life regression?
I had
Did
just
you,
about met her first time. Yes,
like you have to connect with the person who's doing it.
I understand.
There has to be some kind of connection. So, if you've connected with me and you feel you want to do it again, you're most welcome.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Any more questions? Anybody for more questions? Meeta, do you want to say something? Meeta, unmute yourself. You're muted.
No, you are still mute.
You are still mute. You can type something if you want to.
Yeah, type otherwise.
Who wants to say something?
Anybody else? I think
Meeta.
Shilpa. No, Alka.
Hello, I understand that you don't want to do fortune telling, but we all feel that we are in a shift. So, do we see better times ahead or traumatic times than better
I
times?
I definitely. I mean, I do. Um, I definitely do talk about the future, and I do give guidance for the future. And as far as your question is concerned, I feel that this is the
Shift.
depth, the worst that it can ever get.
Okay.
It's only going to get better. And I feel 21, 22 will be an awesome year, really, really good year. Financially, economically, uh, even
Pandemic.
even humanity. I think, humanity had become really crass before the pandemic broke out. People were not appreciative, respectful of anything. Families were, all like how
Will
fractured family lives.
Right.
Everything now has come together, and I think it's beautiful what's happened, although it's not the nicest of things. But I feel things will definitely get better.
many persons are talking about Kalki avatar or things like that. So, will we be lucky enough to see that in this lifetime?
What's Kalki Avatar? Sorry, I don't know what
Oh,
that means.
many persons are saying that we will have a Vishnu avatar on earth very soon. So, have you any idea about that?
I don't.
No?
I
Okay.
feel we all. I feel we all have to go. We are all going through a chrysalis of realization, and I think we are the Vishnu avatars because we've suddenly become, more knowledgeable, more accepting, more loving, more kind. Because we don't have a choice.
Yeah. Thank you so much for answering. Thank you.
Welcome.
There's a question from Ritu Kothari, and she asked, do dreams have an impact for the present or future, or should we just ignore them?
It's nice that you asked that question because I was thinking about something someone had told me once. She had done a channeling for me, and she told me that the angels are saying whenever you dream of something bad happening to you, remember it's not going to happen. So those are actually our insecurities and fears. Yet there are dreams that are prophetic. I have had a few of those myself, uh, and you'll know when they are prophetic. Not necessarily to do with you or anyone that you know, but dreams need to be ignored according to me because whatever will be will be. I ignore my dreams.
Meeta, you wanted to ask something?
No, I'm just was listening. That's it. Nothing.
Okay. Achha, I thought you wanted to ask.
No.
So,
Welcome, Ritu.
any other questions, or should we just now conclude?
Okay. Thank you so much, Shama. It was an extremely illuminating talk. And it's so noble that what all you do, you help people to resolve their emotional, their spiritual issues and all that. And you did say that awareness walks in hand with the enhancement of ability. So that was,
That's right.
yeah, that was quite like it worked for me. I thought that.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I was
Actually, whenever I'm doing these talks, I'm actually channeling. So now, when you said that, I'm thinking, did I say that? You know, you know. So just it just awakened me to the fact that I was channeling. So when I channel, I'd love to see the recording of this. I'll be able to learn a lot, I'm sure, from it.
also, I like the fact that you said that we'll become better people, more kind, more more happy. I think that's what we need to be: kinder, nicer, and
And you've given us hope for 21 onwards.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful. In fact, strangely, I was told 28th of September is going to be very important for Corona, but in the positive way.
All
And
right.
and when I told that to my 28-year-old son, he said, "Mom, don't talk rubbish."
But you never know, the vaccine or something, maybe like that's coming out. Could
What
be
I heard was just as soon as it has come, it will disappear.
all right.
So this is on the spiritual level,
Right.
and the very fact that no one knows anything about it shows that it's something very special.
right.
You know.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. It was lovely